Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Earn Elite Podcast Show. I know y'all was saying, "Hey, man, we ain't seen Sarge, we ain't heard from Sarge. He must be hurting." Man, I ain't gonna say, yeah, I was hurting, but everything is gonna be okay. Hopefully, everybody's having a happy morning, a happy Tuesday, man. Let everybody know we're on. Share with a friend. Welcome to the Earn Elite Podcast Show. Let's go.
I was asked the other day, "Hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast?" It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly, 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We earn elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Water up, y'all run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it. I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know Harley did it. I'm real gnarly with it. My ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it? I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it. Backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll the world down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey, man, top of the morning. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day today, man. I know most of you are probably still trying to get over this weekend that passed. I know I am, man. It was a hell of a weekend. But let me say this, man. Let me just say this real quick because I know I got my man on. Kane 4L, man, bruh, they were banging the Harley Up song all weekend. They were like, Sarge, that song. I was like, man, we've been rocking that song now for a few months. Like, Sarge, that song is so bad. Hey, so, man, my guy who performed, written, and produced the song for us for the Earn Elite Podcast Show, Harley Up is on with us, man. Kane 4L, man. Shout out to you, brother. Let's do this, man, for Kane 4L. Hey, man, he made that thing happen for us on the Earn Elite Podcast Show. So thank him, man. Thank you for everybody who's on with us this morning. I know you guys got things to do. I know you got places to be, but you came and spent a little time with us, your boy Big Sarge on the Earn Elite Podcast. Hey, man, it's been a few minutes since I've been on the podcast doing what we're doing, man, because we've been busy. You dig, man? We had this thing called the Earn Elite Home of the Ground Pounders Reunion, paying tribute to Black History Month event. And oh, by the way, we gave out some prestigious awards, man, to the Titans 2025. Shout out to my man, Reeves. Shout out to the Pied Piper, man, won that trophy. So let's do that for them real quick. Man, it was crazy. And I'm just say this, man, starting off. Sometimes you can have things together. You can have the best laid plans, As we would say in the Marine Corps, man, the best laid plans go to hell once you hit the beach. And for my military veterans, man, you understand exactly what I'm trying to say with that. Man, we take off, Reef takes off, man, no problems, no issues. Next thing you know, man, he had engine problems, electrical problems, like it was nobody's business, man. So he had to flex and he had to turn, he had to twist, and he had to make some different things happen. But we got my man Reef here safe and sound, man, and it was ugly because, oh, by the way, he was in Louisiana, which we also had the Super Bowl weekend in the New Orleans area, man. So it was a lot of stuff going on. Piper was trying to endure ice storms and freezing rain up in West Virginia trying to get here. So she got here, man, safe and sound, because we didn't know. For a while, we did not know. We were like, we get ready to have an Iron Elite event with no Titans. But everything worked out. The Lord did his magic, man, and he got him here safe and sound. So shout out to those guys for fighting through the good fight. And oh, by the way, let's say this, man. Bikers, we understand when we leave home, we understand there could be a perfect ride with no issues, no problem. And there could be the other rides with little problems or huge problems or crazy problems. We just prepare ourselves mentally and physically and financially to understand, hey, man, ain't no such thing as your ride's supposed to be easy. Your ride's supposed to be what it is, and we react and we do what we need to do from there. So let's say this, man, 2025, this thing called the Iron Elite event, man, we've been working on it all year. And, man, we're really excited. We were, full of energy, and we kind of knew when we had things together, man, and we were ready. Man, we get Friday, man, Thursday night, we start seeing bikes rolling in, man, into the host hotel. Folks were coming in, they had other things going on, but they were maneuvering and twisting things to get here a little early because there was quite a few folks who wanted to come to the Titan breakfast, which was Friday morning at the host hotel. Titan breakfast was beautiful, man. It was awesome. The hotel laid out everything for us. We had the VIP room. Man, they laid out the red carpet. The servers, man, were first class. And they made sure we wanted for nothing. As a matter of fact, I think this is the early stages of where we were.
All right.
And as you can see, the greedy folks got in
We got
early.
some of them Breeze fellas in the house. We got South Florida in the house. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Where we at and what we doing? Tell them where we at and what we doing, Thor. Where we at? That's what's up. The breakfast. Yes, sir.
We can't eat it. This is the last egg, probably.
And I tell you what that Czar, man,
Oh,
was a
before
never
eggs
dull
get too
moment.
expensive.
But yeah, some of the fellows were getting in early. This was the setup that we had for the Titans. It was a intimate private breakfast.
Where we at and what we doing, my good people? With the Titan brothers, you can tell they hungry.
Going down.
Going down. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So as you can see, when we started off, man, we started off nice. We went right into a breakfast, a VIP breakfast for the Titans, the full 9 yards at breakfast, man. So it was a great time seeing people roll in and being able to talk and laugh and dap up and take pictures and all that kind of cool stuff. We roll over from the breakfast and were able to take a nice group picture out front. And again, it was really all about socializing on this weekend. So we roll up, we get together, we do a prayer, and we head over to Harley Davidson, Adirondack Harley Davidson, and on Bay Meadows Boulevard. So we were going over there to present snacks with the Trailblazer Award as well as the VIP tour with the dealership. And those guys, again, rolled out the red carpet for us. We get over there, we take the tour of the dealership, and we presented snacks with her Trailblazer Award. Let me see what I got here.
Folks, and I know the guys and girls that we have here today are the best of the best when it comes to motorcycle riding. I'm sure just in this small room right here,
This was a little bit of the
I guarantee you.
beginning of the presentation.
That being said, we're gonna talk about somebody today. Yes, Lord, we'll talk, so give me some room in here. I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna talk about an award that we're giving today, Honorary 2025. I don't normally do this award. This award is an outlier. When you do some outlier type stuff, we can stop and acknowledge you. In the 80s, a motorcycle looks like crap. But I still would smile on her face each and every day. And it went from just tuning in just to see what she was doing. It was must-see TV. I had to watch each and every morning. And I started seeing more and more people get involved. Go Snacks Go, go Snacks Go. You know, people are giving heart emojis, people are, you know, prayer emojis. I mean, they're just constantly wanting to know what Snacks is doing. And I thought, for the honor legal event, we'll keep pushing just like anything else with us motorcycle riders. I'd like to start off by saying this. Thank you folks for being here today. I know you can be anywhere, but you're walking with us today here at National Motorcycle. We truly appreciate you guys. And I know, well, let's get come on something around the room. Great job, folks. And I know the guys and girls that we have here today are the best of the best when it comes to motorcycle riding. I'm sure just in this small room right here, we got hundreds of thousands of miles. I guarantee you. Yeah, just right there. But that being said, we're going to talk about somebody today. Yes, all crazy stuff. She's doing this. A motorcycle looks like go Snacks Go. Snacks is doing. And I thought about it after that live was over.
Hang in there, folks. I'm gonna try to pull Snacks' video up and get my ugly mug off. Give me one second.
But I love it. I love it. So with that being said, she came back to the States. I made contact with her. She said, hey, Sarge, I'm going to come across and I'm going to do the I-10 to the end.
I think I can pull Snacks up. Y'all hang in there. Give me 1 second here. Mama said there'd be days like this, man. It ain't gonna always be perfect, but I'm gonna try to pull Snacks' interview up. But anyway, until I can get that loaded up, man, it was a awesome time at the dealership, man. They welcomed us in. They took us around. We had an opportunity to meet some of the upper management of the dealership. They told us a little bit about the story, how things kind of came into play, and we were able just to mix and mingle with a lot of the different department heads. You know, a lot of folks were very, very impressed with Snacks and what she had accomplished as a trailblazer. They had a chance to, you know, again, just take pictures with her and kind of see what we had to offer in our motorcycle riding community.
I don't know
There we
what
go.
to say, but there's a couple of key points in that ride, and one was just getting out of my house. I had already prepared and done everything, so I was ready. Physically, I was ready. Mentally, I was ready. Financially, and I knew everything that I needed to do. But the hardest part of that ride was getting on my bike and leaving my address to get on the road. And as I did the ride, everything just became so easy because it was just what I do and just what we all do every single day. We get on our bikes, we ride to the next gas station, get a little snack, and then keep going. It's not that difficult. So each time I talk to Priscilla, to Sarge, to anyone else, that's the message I'm trying to get out there is because I'm the first Black female to do it. But it's not unreachable. We can all do it. We can all ride to Panama. It seems really hard, but it's not really that hard. It's just doing what you do every single day. 1 mile at a time, one snack at a time. So, and there were a few points where I really considered turning around. One is the Panama Canal. When I got to Panama, I wasn't sure how I was going to get to the other side, and I think most of you guys probably heard that. But I really thought my ride was going to end there, and Foxy called me, and go back. That was another turning point for me because, you know, we've become comfortable. We were 55 days on the road together. We were like this, and he today is still my brother, and I love him to pieces. He's actually teaching me Espanol right now. But that was a turning point for me because I was comfortable
having some issues with it. So we won't do the whole thing today. It is up on the YouTube for those who want to take a look at it. It is up on the YouTube. It is up on the Facebook, the full award ceremony. So check it out if you hadn't done it already, man. It was an awesome, awesome thing, man. So shout out to Snacks again, the Trailblazer Award 2025. Hey, man, earn but not given, man. Shout out to her. Matter of fact, they're doing some work on her bike now. So hopefully I'll be seeing her again shortly, man. So that's what's up. So, so we go from there. We hang out again a little bit at the dealership. And let me do this, man, because I got a lot of heavy hitters on this morning. Let me thank my guy, Bolo. Appreciate you for being on and always rocking with us, man. Kodak, the ground pounder. Oh, the most hated as well, man. Thank you. And let me say this real quick for Kodak. And I'm gonna be all over the place this morning, man, so y'all forgive me. Still some fatigue, still have some little back issues that I'm dealing with. But your boy Sarge is going to be all right. Shout out to Kodak, man. One of the guys I trust the most from day one. Man, I've been, when this thing first started getting down and I really started picking up steam with this thing, I would consult with Kodak on a lot of different things, man. And he's always been there for us, whether it was in the I-10 arena as well as the Iron Elite. Thank you, man. Thank you to you and the Soldiers United, man. You know how I feel about you and your organization, and I appreciate everything you guys do with rocking with us. Thank you, man, to Ronald Bethard, man, in South Florida. Man, this is crazy. South Florida was rocking with us this weekend, man. My man Tommy, Anna, the East Coast Wind Sisters, man. The Bells, man, and y'all know how I rock with the Bells, man. The Bells have always been there for me, man. Love them guys, Sonny and David, man, always helping out, supporting. Sarge, what you need, what can we do? Sonny Bell running around like crazy on Saturday, man, getting riders set up for the slow roll ride, the loudest pipes, making sure we needed everything that we needed was taken care of. Shout out to Sonny for doing that. Again, these guys are first-class folks. Shout out to Cinnamon, man. She won the Ground Pounder of the Year award with Soldiers United, man. Shout out to all the folks who are on with us this morning, all the folks who make sure that every time we come on live on this podcast, they're showing support and love, man. So thank you guys. Again, my South Florida family, man, I appreciate you guys, man. It was too much fun. And I ain't gonna tell y'all business behind out public because y'all was wilding out, man. But it was a beautiful thing. But anyway, so we get back to the hotel now. Everybody's really starting to come in, and you're starting to see Harley Davidsons come from everywhere, from every exit, every entrance of the hotel. All of a sudden, you just hearing motors running, Harleys and Victories and whatever. They were all rolling in. You see them coming in and dusty and bikes dirty and full riding suits and stuff on. And they had been through a lot, man, to get to Jacksonville, Florida. We had riders that was coming from Maryland. Shout out to Moose and the Kingdom Knights Motorcycle Ministry coming from Maryland in that weather. And we had them coming from Killeen, Texas, and from Alabama, from Atlanta to Tennessee. They were all over the place, as you guys could see. So we get in, and man, now it is a real family reunion in that hotel lobby. The hotel didn't even bother, man. They knew it was going to be loud. When you're dealing with bikers, man, because we got loud motors and loud pipes, we always got to talk loud. So we get in, we get checked in, and we head over to the Ale House for the mix and mingle. And I think this is some of the early part of the mix and mingle, if I'm not. As you can see, man, we were in there, and we took a whole entire restaurant, nothing but love. And I think this was the first hour. It got worse as the night went on. Packed. Nothing but motorcycles up front. Nothing but peace and love and unity. And we were in there, man. The restaurant opened up the doors for us, man. They brought in extra overtime staff to be able to accommodate us to make sure when you ordered food, you got your food fast. The servers were coming back, double checking to make sure, you didn't have to wait around for much of anything, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful night for us, man. Shout out to the Ale House, Wells Road, Orange Park, Florida, for taking care of us, man, and making bikers feel love, because bikers matter too, man. So, it was a great night, man. We hung. We had a great time that night. Some hung a little later than others. I'm going to say this, man. And then from there, it was on back to the hotel, and the parking lot pimping began. And the parking lot pimping never stopped. I tapped out and had to go to bed. I know some of y'all must have stayed out to 2:33 in the morning, just chairs and conversation and good music and cigars and good times. It was a blast, man. It was so much fun. And again, everybody would come out and share what they had. If people had cigars, hey, man, I'm passing out cigars. Or people had drinks, they're passing out drinks. They had food, they were sharing food with one another. All you saw was love. And typically, and this is no slap on nobody, when we typically go to a normal, perhaps MC parties or MC annuals, it's congregating and stuff like that. But it's really more of a, our group, your group, that group, this thing. We're in the Iron Elite event. We are the group. There's no individual groups. Everybody is the group. No patches, no organization, no geographical location. There's nothing. It's just us as the Iron Elite family. And man, we had a blast. At one time I'm with the folks that are coming from the north. Next time I'm with the folks from the south. Next time I'm with the folks from the Midwest. We were just all over the place, man, enjoying and loving on each other. And it was awesome. And you're going to hear me probably say that a lot today, because that's truly what I truly feel. We go on, some of y'all was dragging Saturday morning. I know, because some of y'all behinds don't know how to go to bed, but we get up Saturday morning, and this is showtime, man. This is showtime. We get over to the event itself at Adam McHarley Davidson. We had vendors out there that were doing their thing and supporting us. We had a lot of folks out there from the dealership helping us to set up. And oh, by the way, man, shout out to my horsemen, man. I call them the regulators, man. These guys, I gotta name them by name, man, because every year they come through for me, man. And they come through and they give me all they got through blood, sweat, and tears. Voluntarily, man. And it's hard work. It's not the sexy work. It's the hard stuff. Man, shout out to my man Wolf. Come with it. Triple C. Beatdown. My brother Kevin. Joe Fan. Tommy. Anna. Man, these guys and girl came out to help us set up for the event. Tables, chairs, all the back-breaking stuff, taking out the trash cans, making sure the tables are on the stand set up for the DJs, helping the vendors to get in and get them positioned and putting cones out on the road. Those guys and girls did that morning, man. And it was some physical work, I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't easy at all. And they were ready to go at 9 a.m. Hey, Sarge, I'm ready. We're ready to rock and roll. Shout out to my stepdaughter and her fiance, Deanna and Jared. And even the grandbaby, man. Shout out to Zariah. Getting out in the morning. They cooked food for over 300 people. No complaints, man. It was hot. I ain't gonna lie. They say it's winter, but it damn sure wasn't winter in Jacksonville, not Saturday. It was in the 80s, man, in February. Wasn't a whole lot of trees to hide from the sun, so you had to take a butt whipping, man. They got all the grills out, get everything done, and worked for 6 hours to make sure everybody was taken care of. So shout out to my event staff. Let's do this real quick. Man, without them, we could have never did this, man. And my DJ, Fleet DJ's very own DJ Warlord. Thank you, DJ Warlord. Thank you for being dependable. Thank you for being professional. Thank you for when you say you're going to do something, you do it. Thank you for being committed to this event and this project and what we got going on. Man, we had a blast. Great music. People were dancing around and having fun. It was a good time. And y'all know me, Sarge, old man, I don't like a whole lot of rackety music, man. Be giving me heart murmurs, man. Don't make me feel like I'm stressed out. But the music mix was really nice for Saturday. It was. It was music for the grown folk. There's a little music for the younger folk to enjoy. But what we all had in common, what we all had in common was that unity for each other through the music, through the laughs, through the clowning. It was just a beautiful thing. So we move on, man, and we get ready to present our Titans with their trophies, man. So this is the time things start getting a little bit serious, man, because we're bringing on our iconic folks on the stage. I'm going to see if I can pull them up here. Y'all be patient a little bit. My graphics are not the best today for some reason. I'm going to try to get them back up. We working. Give me 1 second here. This is one of these days when you want to do, no matter what you do, it's not going to go right for you. I think we can. Our Titans, man. So we're on. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the video from their speeches. But here you see a picture of our Titans, man, with their trophies, man. They gave beautiful speeches and talked about what it meant to them to be leaders in the motorcycle community, to be mentors in the motorcycle community. How seeing and teaching and mentoring people make them feel inside. And oh, by the way, those Titans, man, they don't do it for the award. They do it for the love of the motorcycle riding community, man. So again, man, it was a beautiful, beautiful time out there for everybody. Reef and Piper, man, good times, good fun, just good laughs. We move on, man, and we go on to the different events, man, like the loudest pipes, fun laughs. Lucky us, we didn't blow any motors out there that day, man, but it was a real fun time there. We go on to the slow roll championship. You know, shout out to Chantel Williams, man. She beat the daylights out of the men, you know, in the slow roll championship, man. So she did her thing. I wish I think I got let me see if I can find this video. I might be able to find a little bit of hers. Unfortunately, with my Wi-Fi, things don't want to load the way it should be loading this morning. Let's see, maybe I can find her on the Facebook feed. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Hey, she was doing it, man. Ain't nobody wanted that smoke. They were asking me, okay, Sarge, now, do we do it one more time? Or people like stalling out? They didn't want none of that smoke from her. That's what's up, man. Girl power was all around the house that day, man. Shout out to Chantel, man, for winning the 2025 Slow Lane competition.
All right, hey, we down to the finals. We down to the finals. Hey, boy, Chantel be bringing that smoke to you. I ain't gonna lie. Teddy bear and all in the back of the bike. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Chantel about a 2-3 minutes. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Hey, Chantel will bring that smoke to you. The hard and Teddy bear both on the bike, motorcycle.
Again, just some of the songs, like I said, forgive me, I'm doing a lot of coffee this morning. As soon as I get off this live feed, I'll probably have no problem. Just some of the sights and sounds. Some of the folks who came out and supported us, man, getting down to the platform. Because it worked. We'll click out of that, man. But great time, great laughs, great fun with everybody. Again, thank you to everybody who came out Saturday and just rocked with us, man. It was just too much fun. But let me say this, man. Let me kind of move around a little bit. Thank you to, again, the dealership. Thank you to the folks who ground pounded across the country to be here for this event. And I know how it is, man. You know, money, time, resources, scheduling. There's so many things that come into play to do these type of things, man. So for those who did it, I appreciate it because I don't take it for granted, man. It's a lot that goes into this. But let me just take a few minutes too also to thank somebody who I call them my operations officer, man. They truly are an operations officer. And from time to time, we're so deep in the fight that sometimes we forget to thank and congratulate and honor each other, because we're you know, and I'm gonna use a military terminology. We're in the fighting hole or in the fighting position together, and a fighting hole for the folks who've served, specifically like the Army and the Marines. A fighting position is a hole that's dug, sometimes about 4 to 5 feet deep, sometimes even 6 feet deep, depending on the height that you are. And the fighting positions are dug underground, and it's fortified around 360. And it's used when we're in a defensive position to fight the bad guys from coming from you or coming for you. And from this fighting position, you fight the whole entire world if need to do so. That's kind of like me and the operations officer, man. We're in this fighting position and we're constantly fighting. We're not fighting bad guys. We're fighting for the good guys. whether we're dealing with the I-10 to the N branch, whether we're dealing with Iron Elite, whether we're dealing with the Iron Elite podcast, whether we're dealing with the merch for the Iron Elite platforms and the I-10 platforms, whether we're dealing with the Titan Award, whether we're dealing with the 100 patch, the 200 patch ceremony, we're in this fighting position. We're constantly fighting this thing to be able to bring out to our community the best quality work we possibly can. And it's tough, man. It is tough. And I'm going to say this, man. I could not do what I do without the operations officer. She really runs it, to be honest with you. She runs it. I'm just a face, and I'm the guy who runs his mouth on the mic a lot of times. But she's dealing with the who, what, when, where, and how. She's dealing with the actions on the objective. She's dealing with immediate action. So if this thing happens, where we plan this thing and it doesn't go right, what is our contingency plan? She's dealing with issues like that. She's dealing with things if somebody ordered something and the order was screwed up. She's coming back and making sure that order is right. Even today, she's out shipping things off for people from this weekend to make sure that they get the things that they ordered to their home on time. And the operations officer is my wife, man, Miss D. Without her, man, I could not do this stuff, man. Because she has to take up the slack when I have to do the other thing. I got this thing called a day job, too. Where I have to be, well, Sarge, why you ain't? I ain't at that now because I work in the evenings, man. Be quiet. Don't give me no hard time. But she takes care of all these things for me. And without her, man, I could not do it. So I'm gonna give a round of applause, man. And if you guys could, in the comment section, just take the time, man, and put a thank you, Miss D, man. She would greatly appreciate it, and I would too. Let's do this for Miss D. Man, she's always out there with me, man. Whether I'm on the road, whether I'm getting up early in the morning to meet I-10 to the N riders, whether it's 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, midnight, she's always there with me, man. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. And I appreciate her so much, man. And it's tough. And it's tough. Sometimes you forget that we're human. I forget that she's human. Because we're fighting a good fight because we want to keep a smile on our community's face, man. But I just want to say this, man, if you don't mind, if you could be so kind to do so, again, just tap in with her, man, and say, hey, we appreciate you for what you do, Miss D. It would mean the world to her. I know it would mean the world to me. And I ain't perfect all the time, man. I screw this stuff up sometimes. I do. God knows I do. He ain't done working with me. Because I'm constantly thinking, what do we do? What did we miss? What do we do? And she's constantly right there with me. What do we got to do? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? From the time we wake up in the morning so till sometimes the time we go to bed at night, it is Iron Elite everything. Sometimes people say, man, y'all make it look easy. Y'all make it look fun. Man, you guys are so cool. Man, you just don't know. Hey, it's like the duck going across the lake, man. Up top, he's gliding. Down below, his feet are kicking fiercely to get across that water. What you see ain't always what it is. But we do it because we're dedicated to it, because we are passionate about it, and we do it because it matters. I hear lately people say, hey, Sarge, you ought to get these people to come on board and pay for this. These folks come on board and sponsor this. And I take it all in, and I've told the story before. I take it in. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. I got you. But when you don't understand, when everybody comes on board and start doing this, specifically corporations, they're going to have opinions. And when they have money, their opinions matter. What they want you to do matters. So I never wanted it to be like that for us. I wanted it to be our thing, for us, about us, for us. I wanted us to be able to make those decisions on how we thought Iron Elite should be representative. Now, I see sometimes content out there, and this is no shade. I see content out there sometimes, and I see major brands and being sponsored, and folks are doing things for major brands, and it looks like picture taking day. It truly looks like picture taking day to me. I don't see people that are riding these motorcycles the way our family ride these motorcycles. I don't see on the marketing and advertising, I don't see people riding Harley Davidsons in ice storms. I don't see people riding motorcycles on dirt trails and rain and on the side of the road broken down with a shifter rod snapped. I don't see that. I see all the cool stuff, all the beautiful stuff. And again, this is no shade to nothing or nobody. But when I see that stuff, and I see what I see in our Iron Elite family, I say to myself, well done. Iron Elite, well done. Because you are showing us the good, the bad, the ugly. You're showing us the real of the real. And what you're showing us is what's going to make us better motorcycle riders, the most efficient motorcycle riders. The guys and girls who can go out there and do it to the level they need to do it and do it safely. Again, no shade to nothing or nobody. But Sarge don't want that kind of situation. He don't want it. I don't want a situation where somebody's creating this narrative for us on this platform that ain't true. This platform is each one teach one. And we're going to teach you the good as well as teaching you the bad. We're going to celebrate the good, and we're going to love on the not so good. And the not so good, we're going to help you, as well as me, to be better. To be better at what we do. And that's being motorcycle riders. Being the best motorcycle riders we can be. Being the most helpful motorcycle riders we can be. And thank you to the people who rock hard with us. Thank you to the K Solos, the Reefs. Thank you to Highway Dre. Thank you for everybody who's come on the podcast and shared your experience and your rides with us. Thank you to the guys from the Rare Breed who've come on this platform several times. Matter of fact, I got two of them out there right now. Two Rare Breed guys from Savannah that's rocking with us right now on the road. Matter of fact, as we speak, those gentlemen around Arizona area doing their thing. It's my man Leak and my man Flex. They're out there, man. Matter of fact, just resent me their glimpse now. Let's see where my guys at. My brothers are getting ready to roll into Fort Stockton. So still doing their thing, man, getting it. And oh, by the way, they're in the area that we call the Gauntlet, man. So fellas, stay gassed up, man. Don't get taken down. But they're doing their thing. Thank you to Becky Tart and Andrea. The two young ladies, man, they came across the country. They came for the event. You know, through a series of things happen on the road. You know, we know things happen, but them young ladies, they went through it all, man. They went through a back tire going bad. They went through a shifter rod snapping. And most of the things that went bad for them happened late at night. And then our Iron Elite family jumped into action. Them young ladies had a tire that was messed up. They had an issue with a bag, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on the podcast. Some things went wrong that night in Arizona. Man, we had folks spring into action. Gorilla Blue, Doc J. Oh, by the way, Titans, spring into action. Calling a friend of a friend of a friend. Getting those young ladies taken care of. Gorilla Blue walked those young ladies through it. Enough for them to make it to Arizona. Forgive me, I want to say it might have been Buckhead or Phoenix, Buckeye or Phoenix, I'm not positive. But Doc J got those guys to her personal mechanic. Her personal mechanic got those ladies up and got them rolling and pushing on. But everybody in the Iron Elite family followed those young ladies across the country. They get into Louisiana. I want to say it was Friday night, late Friday night. And the shifter rod snapped. And we'll talk more about this in the podcast tomorrow. A shifter rod snapped on Andrea's bike in the middle of the night. I think it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. It was Saturday night. No, Friday night. Good luck on getting that fixed. Good luck on how long it's going to take to get a tow. Start making calls, man. Shout out to Shady, man, out of Mississippi. He was rocking with me today. And if y'all hadn't done it already, go check him out on Shady's World. Content creator, man. He's got a great YouTube channel there, Shady's World. Shady started making calls. We had a few other people making calls. Forgive me, I can't remember the club who actually went out there and called and said, hey, we got one for her. Now we're going to go out there and get it to her. We're going to go out there and repair the bike. They went out there and repaired the bike free of charge. Now, you don't see that on these marketing commercials from these big corporations when they got the picture of the cute ride and the cute gear and the cute stuff. They don't show you. None of that stuff is, okay, that's just that stuff for them. But for what we do here, we're doing the real stuff. We're doing the unsexy stuff. We're doing the reality stuff. So we got people on our network that go, boom, that fix that bike, boom, and get those young ladies safe and sound to a hotel room so they can rest up and get refitted to get back in the fight. They get back in the fight, man. They missed a whole entire event. They got to a Saturday night around midnight, and everybody was up outside of their hotel room to welcome them young ladies riding into the host hotel. They rolled in. It was like they were the guest of honor. And people were hugging them and loving on them and getting teary-eyed and want to take pictures with them. Man, you guys went through it. But you know what? You're going to be better motorcycle riders for going through what you went through. You're going to be tougher motorcycle riders for going through what you went through, because we know what you ladies did is not easy. That's where the respect comes in. That's when the earned love starts to come into play. Because we have experienced at one time or another what you experienced. And boy, you're going to have a story to tell. Whether it's to us on this podcast, to your family, to your kids one day, to your grandkids, you're going to have a story to tell. Because this stuff that we love to do, our passion, is not so easy sometimes. But we get them in, man, and thank God, they're, and oh, by the way, they're down rocking down South Florida right now doing their thing. Last time I checked on them, they were in Tampa, living their best life. And we're going to have them on tomorrow morning. I'm hoping around 10 or 11 to go ahead and give us their good, the bad, the ugly of riding the 10. So I'm going to bring this in the home, man, because I've been rambling on for 50 minutes. And I told you I was going to be all over the place. Because, oh, by the way, Sarge's on some back pain medicine. It ain't feeling as good. But we're going to soldier on. I'm just say this, man. From the bottom of my heart, and I speak for myself, I speak for Miss D. We love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. We could not do what we do without you guys. The most humbling feeling in the world is to look outside of that dealership and see so many motorcycles that are pulled up in the dead of winter. That is a sacrifice. It's a little easier doing it in June. But when you're doing it in February When people getting on their iron and rocking with you in February, that tells you something. Shout out to my Titans, Big Cell, K Solo, Reef, Piper, Doc J, Gorilla Blue. Thank you guys. The Mileage Bully, Shaquila, thank you guys for caring so much about this program. And it's only going to get better in the future. Thank you, thank you. And I know there's going to be people I miss. Thank you to Corinthia. Thank you to Triple C. Y'all all I got down here in Jacksonville. Y'all are. But y'all rock with Sarge big time. And I appreciate that. Because sometimes folks don't like you. They don't even know why they don't like you. Sometimes folks don't like you because the other person told them not to like you. You don't understand it. But I'm going to just say this. Man, there's enough room underneath this tent for all of us. We're so much stronger together, and we're so much weaker divided. And lately I've been watching all the little messages, Super Bowl, cryptic messages, the message, they're sending a message. But damn it, I'm going to send a message today. Don't worry about them. Worry about us. I don't care about what they need to know. I care about what we need to know. You can't fix them. Fix us. And the way we fix us is start loving on each other. Start being the best neighbor we can be. Start being the best people we can be. Start focusing on riding. Start focusing on supporting. Start focusing on loving one another. Stop worrying about the stuff that you got no control over. Don't worry about the message. The message is what we saw in that dealership Saturday. So with that being said, man, I'm going to give an opportunity. If anybody would like to pop on and say a couple words, I'll send you the link. If not, we'll go ahead and shut this bad boy down. And I'm going to encourage you guys to support these content creators. They're doing great things. They're bringing our world to the main stage. They're showing the world what we got to offer. Riding with K Solo, the podcast with Logic. Shady's World. FHO Atlanta. Just GQ. Views on Twos. The Retro Philosophy Show. Check out these guys, man. Check out these guys. We're trying to bring what we do out front. And we ain't worried about no seat at nobody's table. We're building and creating our own tables. Because we truly are the best of the motorcycle community. So if I missed anybody, man, mad love to you. I apologize. Sarge getting old, he can't remember everything at one time, but I'm going to try to pick it up. And I'm going to try to do better the next time. Thank you again for everybody who rocks with the podcast. If you would be so kind, if you hadn't done it already, reach up and subscribe to the channel. Shoot us a like. Turn on your notifications. Share the channel with a friend so we can get bigger and stronger and better. And I promise you in 2025, we will do that. We will. So with that being said, man, in the meantime and in between time, y'all keep it motorcycling, you dig?
Hey now, it's your girl Piper, the 2025 Iron Elite Female Titan, and you're now tuned in to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast Show, home of the Ground Pounders reunion and the Coast to Coast run, the social experiment, where motorcycling is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You dig? Now like, share, subscribe, and follow for all things motorcycling, and I'll see you on the sled.
What's good, people? This is Reef and K Solo's official ride to E in your 2025 Titan. Coming to you from Big Sarge's Iron Elite podcast. I need y'all to like, subscribe, share, and tune in to stay abreast of all the latest Iron Elite news.
Hey y'all, it's Snacks reminding you to tune in to the Iron Elite podcast. You dig?
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite podcast with my man Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycle. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Stop the cap.
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?